Good morning, everyone. Today, this is Chris with Sports Pick Chris, and today we're gonna get started with another video. It's NFL Sunday, Week 16, and we're gonna get right into our 6 best Week 16 Sunday games, best picks. Let's get right into it. Before we start, we're gonna kind of get look at the schedule for you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I totally forgot that we had 2 Saturday games, so sorry there was no video on that, but we are coming back with a vengeance on Sunday. So we got 6 best picks. Also, if you don't follow my Twitter, My Twitter will have the other rest of the picks that I don't put in this video. So we're going to make a prize pick lineup. And let's get started with, unfortunately, this is what I don't like. A lot of the money is on it. On one of the popular bets is Bijan Robinson over 88.5 rushing yards. So the reason why I'm on this prop one, I'm a New York Giants fan. Yes, it's sad to say, but I'm a New York Giants fan. We are bottom 3 when it comes to rushing. We cannot stop the run to save our life. Against good opponents in Minnesota, he's hit this line. And good opponents in the Chargers, he's hit this line. And bad opponents, he's hit this line. Saints and Vegas, the last 5. Not only that, again, we are one of the worst rushing defenses in the league. But then, rather than my own personal opinion, rookie starting quarterback. This is Michael Penix's first start. There's no better way than getting a quarterback out, into the league, hitting the tight end, which might be a play this year. A play this week is Kyle Pitts, or turning around, handing the ball off to Bijan Robinson. So we're gonna take the 88.5 rushing yards with Bijan. And then we get a couple of fantasy score plays. It's been one of my favorite plays so far this year has been fantasy score. We have 2 of them. And we are going to go with, we'll start with the under. Where is he? Where's Kenneth Walker at? And we're going to take the under with Kenneth Walker. Not only has he not hit it in 5 straight games, he's also coming off an injury. He hasn't played in a few weeks. And during that time, Charbonnet has played very well. And there are talks that he's going to get a bigger role. Zach Charbonnet is. So with a bigger role, coming off injury, and then during his time hasn't hit it, and then going against one of the best rushing defenses in the league in Minnesota, I just don't think that this is a game where he gets a 14 or 15 fantasy score. So I'm going to take the under in the Kenneth Walker fantasy score. I like Kenneth Walker as a running back. I think he's one of the better and talented running backs. Just with the new role, the matchup hasn't hit it when he was healthy, and now coming back from injury, I feel like that this line is just a little bit too big right now, and I feel like PrizePicks is giving us this line for free, so we're going to smash it. And going to another running back, to a player who's been balling out this year, and then unfortunately when I went, one of his rookie teammates just got hurt, and Jonathan Brooks again has been hurt, and there's no Miles Sanders as well in this game. If he just scored, against the Giants, the Chiefs, and Philly, so a couple of good defenses, he was able to do it. I just feel like that Jonathan Brooks earned his contract extension this year, and then they're just going to ride him. They have been riding him all year. Arizona last year could not stop the run. This year has addressed it. They are better at stopping the run. They're not great, but they are better. He's hit this line 3 of the last 5 games against good and bad run defenses. Again, Carolina's they're the reason why, Carolina's offense is starting to roll a little bit. They got those 2 nice guards. Robert Hunt, and I always forget his name, but they signed him this past offseason. They invested a lot of money into the offensive line, and now you are really seeing it. Chuba Hubbard is someone who has made me a lot of money so far this year before I started this channel, so we're going to continue riding with him. I just like that fantasy score. They put his anytime touchdown as a Green Goblin, so that's why we kind of focus it more on fantasy score. If he scores a touchdown, he should be able to hit his fantasy score. Now moving over to field goals made. Everyone knows I'm a big field goals guy. I feel like these props are kind of not juiced. We're going to go to Jason Sanders. Jason Sanders at 1.5 made field goals. We're going to smash the over on it. One, he's hit for the last 5 games, but since Tua has came back into the offense, they've been able to move the ball and push the ball down the field. I think that's the biggest thing for kickers, is having a good offense for the offense to be able to push the ball down the field and then stall over past the 35 to 40. And Tua has been known for that. As you see, 4 of his last 5 has attempted field goals and made more than one over the last 5 games. And since Tua's been back, the offense has been rolling. So Jason Sanders is offense dependent, and San Fran a good defense, which there are chances where they'll be able to get the ball on the other side of the half, but there's going to be times where they're going to stall in their red zone. There's a chance with no Jalen Waddle as well, so is this going to be Tyreek? And they just decided to cut Odell, so we can see them have to take chances on those field goals. I'm going to take the 1.5 with Jason Sanders. We get 2 more picks for you guys for today. And we are going to go to receptions. I might have to scroll for a little bit for this guy. He believed before the start of this video, it's before 6 a.m., he then turned into a Green Goblin. At tight end, he's been balling the last 2 seasons. Trey McBride, I don't know the difference between the 5.5 and 6.5, but I did have it at 6.5, and that was before this turned into a Green Goblin. But every sports book does have this line at 7 exact, besides Prize Picks. One of the best reasons I decided to take it, Kyler the last 4 games has been feeding him. Carolina, one of the worst teams against the tight end position. Unfortunately, for the 4th overall pick in this past year's draft, they don't even look his way, thanks to my fantasy team as well. But Seattle, Minnesota, Seattle again, and New England has not looked his way. Seattle's defense has been picking up as of late, but earlier in the season was arguably one of the worst defenses. New England, good defense, and Minnesota, good defense, was all able to eat. I think Carolina is able to keep this game quite close, and that's why I do like Chuba Hubbard's fantasy score. And on the other side of it, I like Trey McBride over 6.5 catches, so over 6 catches I really like. And if you're a little scared, you can take the 5.5. I'm gonna take the 6.5. I bet there's probably a little bit more juice with it than the 5.5. That's something that we can actually test right here. Yeah, so this literally does nothing for you. Take the 6.5. It gives you some juice. And then the last one, I like. I do like his receiving prop as well. It's the night game, but we're gonna take his targets instead. We're gonna have to scroll for this guy. Get past all these 1 and 4 o'clock games. Oh, did they take it? Nope, right here. 10.5 for CD Lamb. So against Cincinnati. Against Cincinnati, I don't know what happened. They just didn't target him as much. Against New York, he did get hurt, so that's why he didn't finish the game. But Houston, Washington, and Carolina were all smashes, and he got hurt before the second, but in the first half. Against New York, already had 6 targets. There's no reason why he shouldn't smash this line. Cooper Rush seems to be more dependent on CeeDee Lamb than Dak was on CeeDee Lamb. Against Tampa, they're not going to be able to run the football, not like they haven't already. But Tampa is also not very good in the secondary. If Jamel Dean's over him, that's obviously their best corner. It's just I don't see that how he doesn't still get open. I just think that this line should be at like 12.5. So and all the sports books have this at 11 to 11.5 right now. Prize Picks, this line has not moved, so that also makes me feel a little bit better about the line. So we're gonna take the over at 10.5. CeeDee Lamb has been balling, and I'm still gonna ride the Cooper Rush CeeDee Lamb train as much as I can. But to recap, we have Bijan rushing yards over, Kenneth Walker over fantasy score. Kenneth Walker under fantasy score, Chuba over fantasy score, Jason Sanders over 1.5 field goals, Trey McBride over 6.5, and then CeeDee Lamb over 10.5 targets. There's been a few honorable mentions as well that I'll give to you guys before Twitter season that I do like. Passing and rushing, I think you would have to look at Josh Allen at 271.5. I mean, the guy's been balling. He might be able to hit this with just passing yards. But again, going against New England's defense has been good, just not as good as of late. So I do like the over on that. And then, or is it passing yards? I think you would have to take the under in his passing yards just to start. You don't know what he's going to come out and do. I don't think he's going to go out there and throw for 350 yards the first game. I think he's going to turn around and hand the ball off to Bijan. I do like Michael Penix's under in his passing yards as well. There's been one more field goal prop that was a Green Goblin when I was looking at Jason Sanders. I like Chase McLaughlin over 1.5 field goals as well. So you got 9 props for the day. So if there's anything else I can do for you guys, please let me know. But again, choose your 9 props wisely. You got a couple kicker props, couple quarterback props, couple of receiving props, couple tight end props. So fantasy score props, we give you everything we can imagine. Keep tailing. We smashed college football. We went 3-1. Basketball, we went 3-1. We are in a 6-2 streak right now. So let's keep this streak rolling. And just give me if you guys need anything else, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter. Like this video, subscribe, and if anything, guys, make sure you stay green.